Welcome back everyone, my name's Eltimar and we're going to be continuing our Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous. Where we left off last time, we were just entering the Nexus. Our other group, our good group, got to level up. We are about 35-ish, 32-ish thousand experience behind them. Not sure how, but it'll be fine. We'll be fine. Everything is alright. Kinda. We're gonna jump. Actually, we're gonna go up this way first. This is a portal back to the Midnight Fane. I checked it out on the good group. It actually just straight up leads back to the Midnight Fane. It's kind of neat. We can go back if we want to, but we don't want to. There's a succubus. Let's go talk to her. Though it seems incredible, the deformed succubus's body still contains a flicker of life. As you approach, she opens her eyes. Her lips crusted with blood release a groan. You, Baphomet's spawn, run. Run through your portal. You run too, Xvim. You think you're strong, but Our Lady in Shadow is stronger. She will get her revenge any way. Who did this to you? Xvim, the succubus groans with hatred through her lips, half sealed with clotting blood. I've been following them. Wanted to warn Our Lady. Curses on Baphomet and his spawn. What were Baphomet's spawn doing here? Crystals. They've been mining crystals. They said it's to attack the Crusaders, but I believe they want to attack the realm of Our Lady in Shadow. Our enemies fight each other in the Abyss instead of attacking Golarion with their joined forces. That was to be expected, but it's still nice to hear. The ones who maimed you, where did they go? Through the portal. The succubus's green eyes brighten. Are you chasing them? Find them. I'll get my revenge even after I die. Having lost the last of her strength, the succubus drops her head onto her chest, and then she adds in a wheezing voice, "My key. I've got it hidden in a lesser shaft, not the one with the bones, and another one in a bigger shaft among the old tools. Find them. Follow their trail through the portal." You've kept death waiting long enough. Camellia's eyes are following the dying succubus intently. Noticing your attention, Camellia hastily turns away. I just wanted to make sure her death wasn't simply an elaborate ploy or yet another trap. The succubus utters a soft cry and closes her eyes forever. No loot? Oh, that's just annoying.
Carry me.
Everything should have loot. So, we're here in the Cave with Bones. Found some stuff. There's some elven notes, which are important. There's random junk.
No, backwards!
And of course the key to the Nexus portal. The mineshaft descends to an incredible depth, and there are depleted veins and empty ducts as far as the eye can see. We're off to go down to the next part of the mines, which are over here. Ish. Around somewhere here. We are stuck on a weird level of the mine. There we go. I fixed it. We're going down this little footpath. We'll be able to sell things soon, so I'm not too concerned about picking up extra junk. As long as we don't hit heavy encumbrance, we'll be fine.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
We can't walk along this path, but this is clearly quite the cave system. Look at it. It's huge. And it's Suture. You hear some muttering coming from the pile of bones. Gone. They're all gone. And left me with nothing. They've been searching and searching, but there's not even a trace. A large giant skull shakes, and an old acquaintance of yours, the dretch called Suture, climbs out from under it, grumbling and groaning. He notices you, then he blinks, and he says it in a tone of extreme melancholy, "Oh, it's you." "What are you doing here, Suture? Can't you see for yourself? I've been browsing decorations for my newest luxurious palace with a view of Ishir's best beaches." The dretch mumbles, then without missing a beat he states wistfully, "I was on my way to see Mistress Kyrieru, but I can't teleport when I'm like this. Even lousy Murack can do it, but I can't. All I can do is reach the Midnight Fane and slip off into the rift. But now I can go no further. So I've been searching for portal keys. Is Kyrieru around here somewhere? You're a funny lad, you are. My mistress, she is like the wind. One moment she's here, and the next she's gone. But she loves coming to to the Abyss. I would have found her by now, if I could get out of here. What is this place? It's a little burrow dug by Baphomet's rats in the mansion of the illustrious Lady Nocticola." The Suture grimaces. Former burrow, that is. "Once I visited this place with Mistress Kyrieru on business, and this place was abuzz with life. The slaves were working, the slave drivers were tormenting them, and Xvim was choking the life out of both. You know Hepzimira, don't you? Nasty horn-headed Nephilim, and Baphomet's daughter to boot. Now there's no one here. As soon as I saw you, I knew right away why they all fled. Where'd all these bones come from? They belong to the giants who used to work in the mines. You don't think Baphomet's minions dug the rocks with their own hands, do you? This mine was depleted first, so they converted it to a dump. Every time an enslaved giant died, they dumped the carcass here. Portal keys? You seen those big things up there on the surface? They are kept closed most of the time, so the slaves wouldn't run away. They can be opened with special keys. If I was lucky enough to find such a key, I would have left this nasty place in a heartbeat, and then who knows, maybe I could have found Mistress Aurilu. I'm here to find the source of the Nahindrian crystals. Do you know anything about that? Well, you just found one. Good for you. The Suture sweeps his arms in a wide circle. This is the mine where they used to dig the crystals, but it was long ago. They depleted it and left. How long have the demons known the secrets of the crystals? What is the secret you're talking about? Those crystals can be used in many ways. If you're talking about magic powers that can be extracted from the crystal and poured into a demon, no one could ever do it before my mistress. Even now, only a select few know how to do it. My mistress. I mean, Lord Baphomet and Discovery are no fools to share that kind of knowledge with the entire abyss. So, the crystals can simply be mined like any regular mineral? Simply enough, but not that simply, Suture grunts. They can be mined alright, but the crystals are very rare and extremely expensive. That's all I know. Are there many mines like this one? There are several more on this island, as far as I could see. They must have been all depleted too. Baphomet's gang wouldn't have left this place if they had even a slim chance of finding more crystals. As for there being more mines elsewhere, I don't know. Die, demon. You're just itching to do it, eh? I am, Suture. It's time.
Retreat is not an option.
That was actually very anticlimactic, to be honest with you guys. The giant's bones look like they've been gnawed on. Suture is dead. Aurilu's going to be very unhappy about that. Probably. Boots of Stampede. The wearer of these boots add their rank and athletics skill as a bonus to the damage roll on a successful charge attack. We're going to give that to Kyrieru. He is the dog is the most likely person to use a charge attack, but I don't know if it can actually wear boots. It cannot. Darn. No one else is really going to use charge all that much. Maybe our main character, but he's wearing different boots that give him freedom of movement, which is much more important. There's a loot here we missed. Oh, right. We can't just willy-nilly go
Yes, what?
This way.
setting a waypoint up here, because we have to go up the little path first. Did I just click a button by accident? Oh, Zacharias is here. It takes you a moment to recognize the ghostly floating figure of Zacharias the Lich. His dry, rasping voice fills your ears as he begins to lecture you angrily. Student, where have you been all this time? I finished my research, studied the crystal you brought me, and where were you? Do you not think I languished in my prison long enough? Are you trying to test my patience? I'm searching for new sources of strength and power. Don't waste your time. You're worthless nonsense. I'm the only one who can give you true power. The Lich gives an exasperated sigh. Well, we shall have to find a way to use your absence to our advantage. I completed my examination of the vessel you brought me, and though I do not understand how it's connected to your soul, something else has been made clear to me. From my examination of the crystal vessel, I can conclude that this magical item has somehow come into contact with your spiritual essence. The traces of your essence lingered within the vessel like drops of wine in an empty jug. After close inspection of these tiny remnants of your soul, I can say it is very strong. It is certainly much stronger than that of a mortal. It's more akin to the soul of an ancient dragon or a demigod, perhaps even an imperial lord or demon. No wonder it has resisted my spells and my attempts to free it from your body. In order to perform the ritual, we'll have to find a way to weaken your soul. How do we do that? How would I know? I've never encountered a problem like this before. Normally, the soul has to be strengthened so it can endure the separation from the body without slipping away to Pharasma. Zacharias cracks his bony knuckles and sighs. Then he continues in a more conciliatory tone. The problem we're facing is not easy, and I see no solution at present, but if you wish to gain mastery over death, you must first gain mastery over yourself. A candidate for immortality must have patience and self-control. Wait for a solution to present itself, be attentive, and then use discernment. You'll find an answer eventually. Until then, you'll just have to wait. Before you disappear, can you tell me how the Crusade's doing? Zacharias smiles arrogantly. The pathetic fool Galfrey had the sense not to let an opportunity go to waste. She's made every effort to build on your success by launching an offensive to the west, and she enjoys somewhat greater popularity among the soldiers than you do. However, I doubt that comes as a surprise. The common folk have never been able to appreciate those above them, and the mediocrity always despise greatness. As for your ziggurat, Galfrey ordered an attack against it, but I sealed the doors and dealt a swift death to the first 24 attackers. They took the hint, and the Crusaders left me alone after that, focusing instead on the guards posted around your fortress. I understand. Wait, student. Oh, okay. Wait for what? He vanished. That's just the dagger. Oh, okay. We did loot everything. Okay. Time to leave. Let's go talk to the Hand of the Inheritor. We're going to enter the city in this video. It's going to be pretty cool. Now, this city is a bit interesting. Let's call it. Weird to navigate it. Anyways, let's go talk to the Hand of the Inheritor. He's up here. Just chillaxing. The Hand of the Inheritor seems to be immersed in either contemplation or prayer, but as you approach, he looks up. Champion, regarding our mission. I'm listening, Champion. I have reasons to believe that the Nahindrian crystals were mined right here in the mines. The angel flexes his wings, so the source of our troubles, these powerful crystals, can be mined from the soil of the abyss as if they were just ordinary minerals. I was convinced that the secret of their origin must be more complicated and nefarious, but this new knowledge terrifies me. There are half a dozen mines in the vicinity, and those mines are huge. The largest was just abandoned recently, it seems. How many crystals did the demon manage to mine? How many monsters with mythic powers did they manage to create? We must find out. I know the name of the person who was in charge of the mines, Xvim. Xvim herself. Anger rings in the Hand of the Inheritor's voice. I know her. She's an old and dangerous adversary, a Nephilim, a spawn of Baphomet himself. Yes, now I see it. The path we have stepped on is dangerous, but it is the right one. The demons you have encountered before, even Derazand, were just officers in the Abyssal Army, whereas Xvim is a true princess of the spawn of chaos and evil. I'm not surprised that she's behind the secret of these cursed crystals, and I dread to think what she's capable of doing with them. A dying succubus told me about the conflict between Nocticulla and Baphomet's servants. I'm not surprised. The alliances between the demon lords are usually fragile, and they break like a spider's web in the wind. However, the discord between our enemies can work to our advantage. No matter how repellent it is for me to even countenance, we must learn more about what is going on. What if I try to use my powers to open the portals? Alas, that is unlikely to work. These portals are unlike the seal in Dresden. They cannot simply be swept away. If you use that method, you'll either destroy them for good or open the path, but not to the place where the portal initially led, and to where our quarry fled. I've got a key to the portal that the demons who mined the crystals apparently used to leave this place. Let me take a look at it. The angel examines the flat piece of clouded crystal. I think I know how this key works. As soon as you finish exploring the mines, I shall open the portal. That's all I've learned, and it's time to open the portal. Then let's begin the pursuit at once, he exclaims feverishly. The portal begins to glow brightly. The Hand of the Inheritor gestures forward, his hands clenched into a fist, onward, wherever this road may lead us. After approaching the portal, the angel freezes. Heavens above, just look at that. I see the pattern of sky-piercing spires and steep domes set against the midnight sky. This is Alushinyrra, the damned city of Nocticulla. That's where our enemies were heading. Will we have to move onward altogether? I do not think that will be necessary. We need an outpost in the Abyss, and it will be best if we build it right here, far from the larger demonic settlements, and close to an active portal that will allow us to return here at any time. All your companions that are currently unoccupied should take care of guarding and setting up the camp. This portal leads to Alushinyrra. What could that mean? It means that we'll be looking for a particular clutch of demons among thousands of their kind. Alushinyrra is a real demonic metropolis. It's huge and macabre. It's a little safer, or rather, a little less dangerous than other corners of the Abyss. Lady Nocticulla loves having visitors, including those from other planes, and she does not like it if her guests are dying every day in her city. But if it happens quietly and without too much attention, her black heart won't even skip a beat. We must be twice, even thrice as careful in this nest of sin. Well, let's go. Let me tell you something, champion. We're going to Alushinyrra, the city of cunning and seduction. As sad as I am to admit it, we are unlikely to find our enemies and the Nahindrian crystals they took without the aid of the denizens of this hideous place. If Xvim has something to do with all of this, we'll need another demon that matches her powers, only to find a way to make contact with one of the city's rulers. On that point, we now know that there's a conflict brewing between Nocticulla and Baphomet. I will not be welcome in this dark place, but I have prepared for this. The angel seems truly proud of his plan. I will cast a spell on myself that not a single denizen of this plane whose soul is devoted to evil will be able to see or hear me. Invisible, I will follow you and protect you from all dangers and temptations of this place as best I can, and the demons will be unaware of my presence. Now let's go, by the light and the sword. This is a very interesting city. One, it's an abyssal city, which is really cool. You don't get a lot of abyssal city exploration in any video game version of Dungeons and Dragons, really. It's pretty rare. And I love going to the abyss. Judging by the surroundings, these are the slums of Alushinyrra, Nocticalla's capital city, the abode of beggars and vagabonds. It's impossible to descend any further except into the waters of the ocean itself, where the bodies of the unfortunate are dumped. And there's the ocean there. It's also meeting some lava over there. In fact, if we go back this way a little bit, we can kind of see that. There's some heavy steam going here. Not a great gradient. Oh, there's some loot here we missed with the other group. Shit, I should go back in for this. The colorless one's remains. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's a relic piece. And the Buckler of Protective Elements is a +4 buckler that deals elemental damage. Wait, if they become a target that deals elemental damage, they get immunity to the corresponding element for 1 round. That might be better than what she's currently using. I would say it is. 1 is just +1 better in general. And it also gives some elemental help later on. Do we have a better rapier? Maybe not. Maybe yes. That's just rapier +1. Never mind. God, I wish you could use Radiance. I wish somebody in our group could use Radiance. It's such a good sword. I'm going to put it on my bar. We're not going to use it, obviously, because that would be very silly, but... I'm not sure if Axiomatic is better than Thundering in this particular case. Maybe before we become the Swarm, I'll play around with builds and see if I can find one that I like a little bit more. Not that I don't like the Duelist, mind you. Look, another mortal. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting one of Alushinyrra's guests nowadays. Merchants, travelers, demonologists, every kind of filth.
This way.
Now this is a place I can't figure out how to get up to this loot yet. Like, we can turn the city around and things move, and there's like a bridge, sort of, that comes up here. But it doesn't go all the way, so it's possible we need to get up to... I honestly have no idea. We'll figure it out. It's gonna give us a quick tutorial. I know how it works. I already did it with my good group, so basically if you just turn... The Abyss is chaos, and everything in it is constantly changing in both appearance and nature. Even the architecture of the city is in constant motion. This is the guiding principle of its design. So if we turn, you can see that its bridge went down, right? That's sort of what we're dealing with here. But first we're going to head up to the top here. There's a bar we're going to go to sell things. There's also a lot of things to it. Don't do that. A lot of things to loot in here. There's those 2 things, but we can't get to them. Let's go to the bar and we can loot things. We can also climb to the rooftops. Don't know what's on the rooftops yet. Haven't gone up there with my either group yet. I'm going to go to the bar first, and we might have a fight. Because we're going to try something a little different than the other group did. Grabbing Prismatic Ring and a Midnight Moral. Come over this way. There's a trap right there.
Can escape my prying gaze.
Camellia should be able to handle that with very little trouble.
Am I not?
Need to catch up in experience somehow, so maybe doing this fight will be good.
This.
Some slaves. That's outside. Now we're going to go outside. We're going to buff really quickly because there's an encounter right over this bridge. Though we do already have mage armor on. Let's get some blurs going. Don't know if blur is actually going to help us in this situation. But it can't hurt. I also don't know if we can win this fight, to be honest. I think one of ours broke. Okay, well, that's fine. Let's get a blur. Weird. Okay, I won't just use haste. I think maybe we'll be good. I don't fully know the extent that this fight's going to be, so we'll see.
The road calls me. I'll take the bait.
Let's
my
go.
legs carry me.
This is the fight. The sounds around you all fade and the world is plunged into eerie silence. Street noises never cease in Alushinyrra, but even it has disappeared. You're surrounded by a thick and impenetrable darkness from which 3 pairs of shimmering eyes observe you. A sibilant whisper reaches your ears. Explain yourself. I'm Eltimar, the victorious commander of the 5th Crusade. I know your name. Your nature I know not. I am Zacharias. I kill. The monster's whispered hiss sounds more like an icy blast of wind than human speech. It's impossible to say whether this is boasting, threatening, or simply stating a fact. Minagho, the little of two, purchased your death. Incomprehensible. You're immortal. Killing you is easy. Why did she not kill you herself? Why me? A trap? An opportunity? An enigma? Zacharias, what are you? You failed that one too. There's a Fey Lord. There's an opulent court. There was a court executioner. But you know what? We're just gonna blast through this. And then reload really quickly. I'm gonna try to make that knowledge nature check. We have over 55% chance, so we should, in theory, be able to get it pretty easily. We failed it with the other group, but I would like to get one of my groups to do it properly. Because I'm curious what it is. Blah, blah, blah. Moving on. Eltimar. What are you? Nope, failed again. Try one more time. We have the worst luck. Because this is technically in favor of us. It's 20, we have plus 21. And it's a DC 30. So we need to roll a 9 or above. We have failed now twice in a row. Let's see if we can make it number 3. Nope. There's a Fey Lord. There's an opulent court. It wasn't worth that much experience anyways. There was a court executioner. The Lord was generous, gave the gift of death to many. Everything is different now. The Lord is overthrown, the court disbanded, the executioner is gone. Now I am here, peddling death. You realize you're facing an N-cow. These evil creatures have control over shadows and often serve powerful Fey Lords as executioners and assassins. It's not surprising this creature makes a living in Alushinyrra as a killer for hire now that its master is gone. And yet this N-cow looks unusual even for a Fey. The creature must have somehow become tied by blood to the demons during its journey through the abyss. Before us is a representative of the Fey class, genus N-cow, born predators. Just look at the sharp teeth and claws, the latter of which contain traces of cold iron. It's unknown whether this is just a genetic mutation or an artificial transformation during this individual's lifetime. Mr. N-cow, would you be so kind as to submit one of your claws for scientific analysis? The claws are my property. If you want them, then buy them. The price is my death. Ah, consent for an autopsy, even better. She shifts her gaze to you. What are we waiting for? One shouldn't underestimate mortals. I twice defeated Minagho. Clearer now. Even more perplexing now. How could a mortal defeat a Lilitude? Trickery? I cannot be tricked here. I cannot be tricked. I am here. I will kill you easily. Where is Minagho hiding? Tell me right now. Why do you want to know? You're about to die. Your death has been paid for. Something is wrong. The monster seems lost in thought for a moment. Minagho said you were weak. If she lied, let her die as well. If you fend off death at my hand, if you give me my death, then Minagho's death is yours by right. A house in the lower city appears near mine. It disappears after a moment, and a dry chuckle breaks the silence. Now you know, but this knowledge is useless. My gift to you is useless. You will die. Now. Prismatic spray just went off. That sucked, but actually didn't do... Oh, mirror... Nope, that's not mirror images. What is that? Also, Windwalk just straight up died from that prismatic ray. We might be able to get her up with Darren, though, so... That solved that problem. Let's get in so we can get outflank going. Only need a +6 to hit, okay.
Burn, slice, behead.
We did a lot of damage, actually. It's actually not that hard to kill. The prismatic thing was annoying, but...
It is not an option.
Okay, delay till just after Darren. Darren's gonna cast Breath of Life on Windwalk. And then oh, it's Windwalk's turn. Can she shoot? It would be quite a justice if she had killed it, but she did not. We have a lot of people before it gets to go again, so I'm not too concerned about it. 5,000 experience. Getting closer to a level. We now need a restoration spell, though, on Wendwog, which is annoying. It didn't give us any loot, which is also annoying. Alright, well, we still have a little time on our video. Let's go deal with Minagho. Also, there's some sort of weird debuff on my character, so I want to take a quick look. Since we're back in here. What is this? Dark Rites. Oh, Lich and all of his companions in a 30-foot radius cast spells if their caster level is 2 levels higher. That's actually really damn good for a caster-heavy group like ours. And by that I mean, no, yeah, pretty much a caster-heavy group like ours. Darren and Nenio are pretty powerhouse casters. Everyone else has some magic. Minagho's little hut is here, but we're gonna need to heal up beforehand.
The waiting's never fun.
And we're also gonna do some heavy buffing before we go in there. I think Minagho's gonna be tough. Although I don't actually know how tough she's gonna be, but
So many thoughts.
we'll find out.
So little time.
Mirror image.
Good.
Bless. Because I think Bless is gone. Yep.
Huh?
We have Blur still?
Yes, what?
Well, one person has... No, they have Blur. Okay, good. We're gonna grab... Greater Heroism on you. And you.
I welcome your company. Tell me, and I'll do it.
Just in case there's a see invisibility moment here. Can't hurt to get that. And I'm gonna get Owl's Wisdom just in case. And we should
Smile.
probably just
The world's not ending just yet.
not cure light wounds mass, cure light wounds moderate. That's pretty good. Most people are full-ish life. I think that should be good enough for spells. We can also rest basically whenever we want at our camp that we set up back in the Nexus. So in we go. Who's in here? That's him. Don't let him near me. Kill him. I'll pay you double, triple. Did you hear the little two? Let's finish this mortal. Alright, what do we got in here? Incubus Butcher. How many people can move? Most of my group, probably. Well, that's very annoying. Can Regil move?
May I see your entrails, please?
Slumber didn't work for you. She can't shoot.
They'll beg me to stop.
How long does this paralysis thing last for? It's going to dictate how long we stay in this fight. That's a fort save of a round. Okay, we should probably be able to get it. Confusion's going to make this way worse, though. How many people got confused? Actually, doesn't look like anyone did. Alright, well, we can Flame Strike for sure. Decent amount of damage there. Nenio's turn. Level 7 Sirocco. Go. Regil can go in here and finish this one off. Or not. Our wolf is still unable to move. That's fine. Camellia is also out.
Let the attack commence.
Move into the room a little. Hope that song on Discord didn't hit too many people, because that could go badly for us, depending on who it hits. Minagho took a bunch of damage. Nenio is out.
This one's mine.
We missed our attack against Minagho. Yep, that's gonna go badly. Okay. But I think she can move again. No, she just has so many things on her. Okay. This is fine. That did not work as well as I'd hoped either. Oh, the Hand of the Inheritor showed up for us. It's nice of him. Let's move Darren away from everyone else. Minagho's dead. There's a succubus still there, though, with a crossbow. I think Nenyo can't move. She can cast a spell, though, so...
You are nothing for me.
Slice!
Minagho's pretty hard to hit.
No match for me.
We did not hit any attacks there. Another flame strike, though. Didn't hit Minagho, annoyingly. Nenyo's still unable to do anything. Rachel, come on, my dude. Snap out of it. Also, Camelia's gonna die.
Excruciating.
She can move again, though. Sweet. Let's get her out of there. But not too close to Regil, who is also equally capable of attacking us. There's a little trap there somewhere. Where does it link to? She can go for the trap.
May I see your entrails, please?
I hope the Hand of the Inheritor can't die. I guess we could heal him with Regil or with Darren.
I'll rip you apart.
Let's do that. Let's keep him alive. I think it would be bad if he died, so... Oh good, Regil's back to normal.
Press the attack.
Lots of attacks, none of them very effective. Oh, our dog can move again. Okay, he moved one step and then stopped. Camelia's going this way. Getting rid of that trap. And then that's going to be her turn.
Let the attack commence.
God, that Hand of the Inheritor is just taking a beating of his life. Unfortunately, Wendwog really can't hit this thing very easily. Do we burn another heal on the Hand of the Inheritor? Probably. I don't know if it's important to keep him alive, that's the problem. Like, is it storyline important? How did we hit the Hand of the Inheritor? It's got... Whatever, fine.
Retreat is not an option.
There we go, Minagho's dead. What are you? The demoness shrieks, backing away from you in an unsteady hooves. I can't kill you, I can't deceive you, can't escape. Not even here in the abyss. Her voice is almost a wail now, and her eyeless face is streaked with red tears that run from Baphomet's mark. Why are you pouting, my sweet? Are you not enjoying the sweetest spoils of victory? Oh wait, you're not, because I am. Wendwog laughs mockingly as Minagho hisses and helplessly balls her fists. It's embarrassing to think that this creature was once hailed as the mistress of Dresden and the bane of Mendev. Your power proved to be as fragile as your self-esteem. How swiftly you fell. There are two paths that we could take, Azada and Aeon, but we can't do either of those. You won't run from me anymore. Lilith demons have a special place in my heart. I enjoy watching them die, and the memories of this creature's demise will keep me warm, even on my deathbed. Farewell, Minagho. Fine, fine, kill me. At least I won't have to run from you anymore. That was quite the fight, and also we gained a level. That's the important thing. That's what I really wanted to have happen, and it worked out. Let's see what we get for loot, though. Vast Intelligence +4, Mighty Fists +3, Ring of Protection +3, Ring of Luck, Cloak Resistance +2, a bunch of heavily magical items, but nothing special. Like, she bought a pretty good mercenary company, gotta say. They have lots of... That's +4 armor, holy shit. Full plate +2? Like, these guys were geared up. Not well enough, mind you, but geared up anyways. Minagho is now 100% dead, and we can level up our character. We're going to take another Fighter Eldori level. Normal skills. Oops, clicked off the screen. Because I'm a dumb. Now, we're going to grab Advanced Weapon Training. Oh man, we could get effortless. The fighter treats all one-handed weapons that belong to a trained weapon group as if they're light weapons and turning the penalties for fighting with two weapons. We could make a really, really cool dual wielder later in time. I do want Piranha Strike for extra damage. We only get 1 feat at this level, so we should make it a good one. No, we already have that. No. I mean, yeah, that one's not bad. We already have pretty good initiative. I think we're going to take Piranha Strike, honestly. Okay, Windwog. I don't really have a build for her. I'm just kind of winging her build. I think. Am I not? Did I have a build for her? Hang on, I gotta check my notes. I think that I'm just winging her build, to be honest, though. There are some people that I really focused on making specific ways. I think I just sort of... Anyways, we're grabbing Deadly Aim because she needs better damage. But also... Yeah, Deadly Aim. That's the one. Alright, let's go with... Here's the thing. Protection from Alignment Communal is so good. But it lasts for such a pathetic amount of time that's basically worthless. 1 minute is not enough time. It's 10 rounds. Any longish fight that you actually need protection from alignment, it'll be over by the time that that spell wears off. Or, sorry, it won't be over by the time the spell wears off. It won't be very helpful. Could align weapon, which can be good. Remove paralysis is actually quite useful, so I might grab that, actually. But See Invisibility is also super important. I think I'm going to grab See Invisibility now that I really give it some thought. We're going to grab... True Seeing? Or... Flame Strike? Flame Strike's pretty important, I think. It does a lot of damage, and if we're not hitting things because of high armor class, Flame Strike could be very useful. Lore Master. Grabbing all of the requisite lore skills, and where you have 1 extra point. Throw in Stealth. Sure, you can become a Stealther. Who cares? I know I have an Neo build somewhere. I think we just take some sort of spell focus. Elemental focus on ice. Because of Ice Prison. Level 7 spells. True Seeing Communal is going to be one of them. And I'm going to grab... Shadow Conjuration Greater. We need a spell that's part of our focus. Oracles are easy. Don't really need to worry too much about this. I think we're taking, if I'm not mistaken, level 15 is Greater Spell Focus. Is it at the top? Huh. Where did my Greater Spell Focus go? I'm confused. Did I get that last time? Oh, I did get it last time. Alright, we're just gonna grab Heightened Spell then. Done and done. And we're gonna grab... Spirit Walk. We can become incorporeal and invisible. While in this form, we can move any direction, except for those made of force, and we remain in this form for a number of rounds equal to your Oracle level. Use it once per day at 11th and twice per day at 15th. You have to be at level 11 to do this revelation. It's a pretty good ability. Level 5 spell. Pillar of Light's pretty good. Cleanse is also quite good. I may take Cleanse. What did I really want to take this level though? It's a level 5 spell, right? Yep. We're not going to grab True Seeing. We have True Seeing on our Inquisitor. Could also grab something like Bone Shatter to do a ton of damage. Save versus what? Fortitude for partial. Sure, you know what? Let's try it. Can't hurt. Level 6 spells. We're gonna grab Harm. Can deal a ton of damage. And level 7, we're gonna grab Destruction. Can also deal a ton of damage, as we learned when it was being cast on us. Regel's level is going to be pretty easy as well, I believe. He's getting another Blood Rager level. It's pretty easy going on that one. Grab those. And we're going to grab Improved Critical with Gnome Hooked Hammers. And we're going to grab Toughness, I think. Give him some extra HPs. Let's get a bonus feat. I guess we'll take Lightning Reflexes. Cool. Level 1 spells, we have the ones we want, so it doesn't really matter what we take. We'll take not Mage Armor. We'll take... What do we even have so far? Okay, we have all those. Guess we just grab Protection from Alignment. Level 2 spells, we have most of the ones we currently want as well, so we're going to grab... Nothing? There's really nothing I want. For him anyways. Scrub just bears endurance, I guess. Doesn't really make that much of a difference. And Camellia's final level. Not final level, but she is the last one we're leveling that has anything of note. Like, we are going to level up the dog, obviously, but it's going to be super quick and easy. Camellia is grabbing Shatter Defenses at this level. Did I mess up my build? Did we already get Shatter Defenses somewhere? Did we forget something that was a prerequisite for Shatter Defenses? Probably. In which case we can figure that out. Or... we could do something slightly different with her. Go back to her Spirit Hunter thing. We have 2 levels of Instinctual Warrior. We could also grab some fighter levels for her to raise her attack bonus. We don't need too much more in terms of, excuse me. I have a bit of a thing in my throat. It's kind of annoying. Grab a fighter level to get some more attack bonus. It's fine, her skills are just fine the way they are. We can grab something along the lines of, like, for tanking, right? So we're going to get our attack bonus increase and also some tanking. So we're going to grab Improved in Armor Strike, which is fine. Let's get a bad bonus feat, which we're going to grab Crane Style. And that way, she has more armor class while in defensive mode, which she... Why does she have 2 defensive mode things? Whatever. Now she'll have a little bit more armor. She's plus 21 to hit, which is not the worst. She needs more dex. Do we have a better dex belt for her? Dex Con plus 4. Let's put that on. Plus 22 to hit. That's a bit better. Also, tons more hit points. What do you have? Do you want a Dex Con belt too? Oh, it's +2. Strength Dex, no. Strength Dex. Con, Strength. Maybe we could just give him a +4 Strength Dex. He'll lose a bit of hit points, but don't really care. Gives him a little bit of extra plus hit. Look at that, +34 to hit. It's actually higher than our main characters. Very impressive. Sweet. Alright, we're going to call it a video here, I think. In the next video, we'll continue on our journey through this death place. We killed Minagho finally, and gained a level out of it, which is nice. I'm level 15 now. Pretty good. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you all next time, and we will continue making our way through this lovely and very bizarre city. See you guys next time.